All right, welcome to the post session. So it was the first session, guys. How you feeling about it?
A little rusty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First time ever, so
You can
I
definitely
know.
tell.
Yeah, Shay's first time ever playing D&D. So before we get into what happened in the episode, Shay, what was it like? How'd you like playing D&D for the first time ever? Because it was pretty natural for you. You jumped right into it. So
well, good. I'm glad it seemed like it because I didn't feel like it. No, it was fun. It was exciting to be kind of put on the spot. I do want to get more into my character. As I play more, I feel like I can get more into her voice, her like actual character, where she's kind of more of a hermit. So she hasn't really seen any of this stuff, so she's gonna be really interested in every single thing.
And I think we'll have, once we start to get
Yeah.
into some role playing
Exactly.
situations, I think it'll come.
But it was fun. I mean, didn't use all my stuff, but I'm definitely gonna use it to my advantage. So there will be more in store.
it was fun as a DM to watch you play, having not played before, because I think watching guys who have had more experience, because they know the mechanics and they know, I don't want to say the tricks, but they know, oh, if I go here at this time,
It's like your actions and consequences. Like,
Yeah.
if I do this, then this is going to happen, or this could potentially.
it was fun to see your reaction to what was happening, not having been in a fight before,
Right,
and
yeah.
kind of how you handled it compared to the others who have fought before. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
More
How
people can show up to the fight? What?
Yeah.
Actually, I was kind of like that. I was like, oh.
Yeah, that was
You're
cool.
welcome.
I liked that. I thought that was cool.
Oh, it's so funny. Gone.
After that, it was just like,
Really?
yeah.
straight downhill.
Connor, your character, dude.
Dude.
I was so sorry.
He's
know.
having a rough
That's what
time.
did
Not
it
only
for
in
you,
this
ringing that
battle, but
bell.
in life. He's having a rough time right now.
Was there? We'll maybe backtrack a little bit and start at the beginning. What being thrown? I think we decided before we recorded that we'd kind of throw you into the action. What was that like, kind of being thrown into the fact that you guys would be partnered together under weird circumstances and then just kind of thrown into a situation?
I think that was fun.
It made
I
me
think it was
nervous
fun,
just because I haven't played
But I think it
before,
made the
but-
role playing a little more, not difficult, but just like
Satisfying.
awkward maybe.
Yeah.
Because these are new characters we haven't played in a long time, and then all of a sudden we're like thrust into this situation. So it was like kind of awkward, but I think it would have been awkward either way we went about it.
Yeah.
It might-
Honestly.
I
Like,
think
I
that
don't know
was-
if it would have been any better if we sat there and talked for 10 minutes before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think maybe like that awkwardness was like more natural because our characters were literally thrown into it having no idea. And we're like, I don't even know what my character would do, let alone like what these guys are. So I mean maybe that made it more
I mean,
Believable.
believable
Yeah.
like, that we were all just super awkward and didn't know what to say or what
Yeah.
to
this
do.
really was our first time playing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true, because I mean it's like weird. I don't know. There's the trope that you meet in the tavern.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I
You
like
go on a
this
random
so
quest.
much more. It gives
Yeah.
us more purpose and kind of started things off really quickly. I think that's what I liked most about this and what you did. It kind of just really, kicked it, it kicked the party having to meet up and, like you said, in a tavern or something like that. And it was kind of just puts us all together.
Sweet.
In action where we're immediately going to kind of like make that group bond. Like, we just took this city together. We should probably stick together. Like,
And
and
let's
do other
find a
stuff.
Yeah,
tavern.
especially since they pretty much were like, you're gonna die, but
Yeah.
good luck.
Yeah.
Your
Yeah.
character
And that's what I was trying to get across. I didn't want him to be like, no, like you're the throwaways, but I think that was implied, right?
But it was
Right.
kind of, I
Right.
like that though.
Yeah.
With the whispering
Yeah.
under the breath and
I
everything.
mean,
Yeah.
sure, throw away.
We're just like the pariahs in the group. We're just like the weird outcasts.
No,
We're just
exactly.
like,
you have a slave. You have a
Go
person
take
that
your
really does. He's not a soldier. The
Yeah.
slave is Matt's character, right?
Hey,
you
I'm the best
you have a
I'm the
saber.
scribe that just happened to be here.
I'm the best gladiator.
You're here to record it all.
And I don't want to reveal your backstory too much, but
Yeah.
there's a reason why you were there, right? And then 2 Tritons that
Or tridents.
nobody really
Are
knows about.
unique in
Yeah,
themselves.
2 Tridents wielding Tritons.
Hey,
you'll get it.
No, yeah, it's fine. I
Yeah.
mean, it's
For now.
kind
It's
of
all good.
it's kind of
it's a good
unfortunate that the names are so similar.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's not very
Yes.
I don't want to talk down on
Should have
Wizard
called them
Coast, but-
merfolk or something.
Yeah, seriously.
There are merfolk and
Yeah.
Tritons, yeah.
yes, they are
Weird.
different.
I think it comes from the Greek actual, Triton, who's the son of
It does.
Poseidon.
Yeah.
I did a lot of research.
Oh, yeah?
guys.
Thought Percy was the son of Poseidon.
There's
Good.
tons of sons
I
of
did a
Poseidon.
ton.
You
That's
got
good.
it around. I kind of rushed through the sewers for you guys because I kind of wanted time for the main fight.
And we definitely needed it.
That's
so,
fine.
but I tried to also. It was fun to look at your faces. Sorry, audience, you couldn't see the faces, but every time I put down, the 2 passages possibly for the right, they were like, like the first time they were like,
That guy
really?
sucked with the
Yeah, that guy
directions.
was terrible.
Really?
Who they talking to?
They were like,
Go
really?
left, right, left.
And then
Okay, but what about the 3 lefts, the
Yeah.
4 rights?
Yeah.
Yeah, when we first started, I was like, this is literally like, why are we going through these? If we just know it's a left,
But the
right,
funniest
left.
thing
And then
was-
as soon as I saw the 2 rights or whatever it was like, oh.
The funniest thing was he was
This is
going to
gonna
write
suck.
it down and he wrote left, right. And I was
Yeah.
like, bro, you already got it wrong.
well, it would have mattered anyway. I was kind of hoping you'd take, a lefts aside from the.
What,
aside
gelatinous cubas?
Yeah, level 3 for sure. Aside from
In the middle of a sewer where the water's rising. Yeah.
Part of my character so desperately wanted to just throw us off course just because he's an agent of chaos
And he
that I
breathes
just
water,
almost
but we
wanted
can't.
to because I wasn't concerned because I could breathe water. but,
Yeah.
like, there's a
Except we would
I don't know
have
if it was my
you would have
character.
TPK'd us.
I don't
Well,
know if it was
except
my
for-
character or if it was me, but like I just wanted to do that.
Connor's like, screw it.
I almost,
That's why you put down left, right,
I
left, right.
almost did at one point, just like
And like left.
that's why I was
right.
like, just roll a dice
Left,
or something.
right.
Like,
I'm like, you guys, investigation. And that was it. And I'm like, you can do more. Like, even if you have low survival, roll survival. Like, pray to your gods. Like, you have so many resources.
And you see, I think that was us being rusty. Like
And
it was
that's
kinda,
fair. And it's I think having the gods be so involved is new, right? And that's very
Yeah.
indicative of Theros, right? It's very Greek in the sense that they are involved in petty, menial things.
My
Should
god
we be
is
one?
like about change, so I'm like, it's
But each god
I mean,
will
I guess
reveal
it would
themselves in
work.
different
left,
ways.
no
you know
right,
what I mean?
that's right.
right. So I was like,
I think one thing I noticed that we were doing that I don't think I've ever noticed us doing before is instead of saying like, I want to look around for footsteps or something, it was like, can I roll an investigation check? Which I've thought was weird just because normally it seems like in the past we'll say like, hey, I want to do this.
What we're looking
And then you
for.
will say,
Which I would
roll me an
prefer.
investigation check.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't know. I feel like
I honestly forgot
I
to
like
do
it that way more.
Which way?
The way we normally do it.
Yeah,
Because I noticed that we were doing that and I was like, this is weird. We don't
Do you
ever-
think? Okay, I mean, like,
Yeah, we never do that. Like,
We
when I
never
roll
do
this
that.
check, it's like,
Yeah.
I do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, this is what I am
And you
doing.
tell
And
us.
then
And
you're
again-
like,
and
all
then-
right, you roll this
But
check.
again, I think it was because you guys weren't really doing anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
there wasn't
Like-
any context. It was we just
Yeah.
have to get through these sewers.
That's
you know?
fair. That's fair.
I think that's why.
And that's alright. That's something we can work on in the future.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Especially now that our game has context.
Yeah.
It'll come.
I agree. Okay, now for the gatehouse fight.
the four.
Can we just
freaking
say
rough.
I rolled 3
Oh,
gnats,
no.
2 in a row?
Well, first off,
Oh.
I'm actually kind of pissed because I really wanted you guys to actually fight the captain. But you guys were like,
smoked
oh,
that fool."
he's the captain. Yeah! Stab. Like, I can I just read to you? Like, I created this. This was a homebrew captain because there's not really it's hard finding NPCs balanced. Anyway,
You could throw them in later.
I
If you
will,
want.
but I just want to read you the stuff that I had ready because this is sort of a mix between the knight and in Volo's guide they have a champion there, all rolled up in sort of like with a guard, but also low enough level that you guys could handle him. Apparently too low, right? So his AC was 18 because he had a breastplate and a shield.
His saves were crazy, though. I couldn't land anything on him.
Yeah, he had good saves. But he also rolled really well. He rolled really high on his saves, but that was it. He never got a chance to attack. He went over to ring the bell and he didn't do anything. He had a spear and a longsword, which was fine for the damage, but the damage wasn't. So he had parry as a reaction. He could add +2 at his AC, but everything he rolled, no matter what, would have hit him because it was all above 20. So it didn't matter if he parried or not. And then he would add an additional D4 to all of his damage attacks if he was over half health. But by the time his second turn came around, he was at like 10 health. You know?
Duh, we're gonna go for the big guy.
I know.
We're too smart in combat.
I know. Well, you've learned because in previous campaigns, it's like I've had a big guy with minions. You're like minions, minions, minions. And you guys have literally almost died so many times.
But the minion almost
minion
took out our guy.
The one minion was the guy at the end.
The guy that came back.
I literally just ran from enemy to enemy, just taking damage. Like, I run up to this guy, try and hit him, miss. He just like cleaves down my chest. I'm like, all right, I'm out. Dip out, go to the next guy. He just stabs me.
I'm out of here.
Seriously,
This guy's
though.
by himself.
Oh,
If I
man.
hit him, I'll get sneak attack. 2.
No, seriously, I don't know why your dice
I don't know.
was seriously so cursed.
Because
That was
Shay
so-
rolled the 20 first.
I'm sorry.
That was so funny though. You did. I'm so sorry.
And then
Up the
before
wall,
the
down
game-
the wall, everywhere.
Before the game, I'm gonna out him, but Matt, you did roll the dice before the game.
His dice.
Yes.
I did too, but I rolled a 2.
Yeah.
I'm saging my dice. Nobody touch him anymore.
Yeah,
I'm superstitious.
I
Even
made
your-
sure to just pick it up and just look at it and be like, wow, those are cool
I'm
dice.
superstitious.
Put it
Nobody
back
touch my
down.
dice
Like,
anymore.
like I don't roll that.
Yeah, I'm legit saging my dice.
And then that last guard.
That dude was a beast.
Yeah, no, he was crazy.
I tell
What
you,
it
he was just regular guard stats. I didn't make him the captain or anything. He just literally he rolled nothing lower than a 14 or nothing. He rolled nothing on the dice lower than a 15. He just kept hitting.
What it was Connor just cursed himself and his dice when he hit the bell.
I think that was really when
Yeah.
it really started to hit the fan.
Yeah, it really,
gotta
My
hit
dice
the
was
bell.
cursed before that.
it's funny because if I wouldn't have allowed you to cut the rope in the first place, you wouldn't have hit the bell. But I was like, no, I think that's a cool idea. Sure, like thinking that you would actually
Well,
hit it.
I had rolled so terribly. I was like, surely I'm
This
due
half.
for a good dice roll.
Nope.
Nope.
First
I got
place
one.
for dinner.
I would have made it a DC 20 to hit. Like if you would have rolled a dirty 20, you would have got it. But
You did roll a nat 20.
Would
Yeah.
you roll like a 2 or a 3?
Oh, like a, yeah,
I
something
rolled.
Like
a 3 plus 4,
Yeah.
so 7.
So it was like a 7 or something.
Oh yeah, he only rolled one roll higher than a 7.
Dude, I
and that
think,
was his
like-
nat 20.
Probably a third of all my rolls were under 5.
Yeah, and
And
then
the
like-
other third was
and
I
then-
had
no,
like
no.
a
So-
2, a 3, and a 4 so many times.
a third of them were under 5, and then the rest of them were 10 or below. And then the one time you got a nat 20, that was the only time you hit anybody.
And there's
That was
also
like
a
nat
12,
20.
but he didn't hit anybody.
Yep.
And you dealt like 30 damage or something.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah,
it
it
was
was
something
a
great.
great-
I killed him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you had like
I was like, yeah, we're making a comeback.
And
2, 2, 2, 3, 4.
I still can't get over the last word.
I'm at 1.
Coward!
yeah, we're
And then Matt, your character, with the 3 crits.
It's just
Mash
rad.
It was crazy. So again, if you guys don't know, our table rules are when you roll a crit, instead of rolling the additional dice of damage, it will automatically be maxed whatever that dice is. As far as your extra, then you just roll your regular damage. Also, we're doing cleave rules. So if you hit a guy and there's a guy close enough, you cleave into the next person, which Mattson did on several occasions.
Yep.
Is he cleaved through one, killing that person, and then getting damage.
That was with Bamer's campaign when I played the big lizard dude and I had it and I nat 20'd someone. I got through him and then hit the next person. That was a while ago.
So, just prepare for hopefully more of that. I liked the way you play your character, Tyson.
Your character's really cool.
Good.
Yeah. No, really
I
good.
feel I'm still trying to get to know him. Like
I like your voice for him. I think it's perfect, but I also like the way the combat went out. Like I think you were the perfect support class. Like you were there in case people needed you, but you were exactly where you needed to be when you needed to be. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like with opening the gate, signaling the army, but also with your spells, you know, like you paid close attention to what was going on the map and you were able to do it. So that was awesome.
It's good. I tried not to meta too much with Connor. I would have done healing word on you. I was like,
good.
that's what I want to do, but it's like my character wouldn't know.
And I
He was
appreciate
out of the gate.
And I
like,
appreciate that. I appreciate that.
so.
And I think that will will help our gameplay be more fun too.
Yeah,
'Cause-
I tried to play it pretty good.
I think we did a really good job of not metagaming, actually.
yeah, I
Yeah.
think so too, and I think the recording helped.
Mhm.
So, and I think everybody's characters. What did everybody pick? Because as far as building character goes, if you didn't listen to our session 0, I gave everybody a feat. And then if you were a human, you could be a variant human, take 2 feats, which both your characters did.
We can't. Oh yeah.
And then what did I gave everybody supernatural gifts, which is in Theros' book. What did everybody choose for their supernatural gift?
I've totally forgot that I even had that.
And what did you choose and what did it do?
I chose Unscarred as a reaction to I can roll a d12 plus my con modifier to reduce damage. That would really come in handy.
How many times can you do that? Every turn?
Once
Or once a
or
short rest?
Short and long rest.
Well,
Yeah, like threw it in there at the end, so I was just like,
yeah, sorry, that was my bad.
very good.
Next time though, what did you take, Shay?
I took Lifelong Companion. And it has like Boon Aura and Companion's Protection. So Boon Aura is like allies within 5 feet of you have advantage on saving throws against being frightened or charmed if you are not incapacitated kind of
Yeah,
thing.
incapacity, yeah.
And then the Companion's Protection is when you create, or when your creature, when a creature you see within 5 feet of you is hit by an attack roll, you can use your reaction to cause the attack to hit you instead.
Whoa,
Ooh, that's
really
good.
good.
And then it
Unfortunately,
says,
you were
once
never
use it,
within.
long rest.
You were never within 5 feet of
I was.
Vidius.
I healed him.
Well, I mean 5 feet to take a hit.
Right,
If that makes
exactly.
Actually, she was. She was next to me whenever we were in
I
front
was-
of us.
I was
Well, not
one
Vidius,
time.
but you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
She
was
was
one
next to
time
me and
next
never
to him,
did.
but I forgot I had it.
Yeah.
Thanks for
And
And
helping
again,
out
that was my
there.
fault for putting it in.
You're a paladin. You
Yeah.
have 15 points of reserve health.
Yeah.
You're just like,
I'm good.
You can't, because you can use land hands on yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also I appreciate you running around the battlefield.
Yeah,
healing
you did
people.
really,
Yeah.
really well with honestly just being a support for everyone.
Which is a good paladin
awesome.
character.
I-
Because you can take paladin 2 different ways, right? You can take it more of a support base or more of a damage dealer base. And I know that we built Zane's character. Then I spent a long time building his character very specifically to be a damage dealer, like an Achilles type. So I know that's the route he took. So I appreciate, not that you had to take that route, but I think it's cool
Right,
that you have
yeah.
2 different paladins doing 2 different things.
I kind of wanted
Not to
to
say
take
you don't
that
care
route
about people.
regardless,
Yeah.
so.
And I mean, that was the one thing, like, Jeff and I, we had talked just like last week. We were like, the one thing that we don't have is a healer.
yeah.
Like, we have a few people that can heal, and so I took, like, a few things that can heal, but it's like, not really a whole lot. And so it's awesome that we have multiple people that can do multiple things, and you, like, really, like, kind of killed it on that. It was awesome.
I mean,
What was
it kept you
your
alive a little
supernatural gift?
Oh,
Jason?
no. 100% I would have been dead if you didn't heal me that.
I
Yeah.
took Inscrutable, which gives me resistance to psychic damage, which is okay. But the kickers is that I'm immune to any effect that allows other people to sense my emotions or read my thoughts. And insight checks made to ascertain my intentions and sincerity have disadvantage.
You're the most OP
Dang.
persuasion.
So when it comes to persuasion and deception,
You're
I
good.
feel
You're
like-
good. You got a good poker face.
Yes.
Extremely.
Like extremely
What's the
well.
one you told us not to get?
Anvil rot.
Why?
You do
Don't.
not need to eat, sleep, or breathe.
You don't
You
need.
are immune to poison.
Oh.
It basically
can
makes
breathe,
you
yeah,
uh,
like a robot person.
Yeah.
what's
it's
the
like,
Like
Warforged?
automaton.
No, what's the race? The
Warforged.
Warforged.
yeah, Warforged.
yeah,
essentially
pretty much just
just-
like the
But with
Theros
all
version.
of the other feats that you get from your other race too, like
Yeah.
it's insane.
Yeah. The two and Matheson and Zane both chose the same supernatural gift, which was heroic destiny.
Basically, it says great deeds lie in your future, and it will take extraordinary effort to kill you before you accomplish those deeds. Choose or roll a random destiny using the heroic destiny table. Additionally, you gain the following traits: defy death. You have advantage on death saving throws. hard to kill. When you are reduced to 0 hit points, but not killed outright, you can drop to 1 hit point instead.
Where is my Theros book?
Once you use this trait, you can't use it again until you finish a long rest.
I think
And that's it.
you should roll your heroic destinies right now.
Oh, also, there was something that I just super quick that I just remembered. I'm gonna forget it if I don't say it.
Okay.
I totally did a bad. I Misty stepped and casted Suggestion in the same turn, and I was not supposed to do that
Because they're both spells.
because they're both spells.
Right.
So I should not have done that, and I totally.
Well, the good thing is
It didn't even
It
work.
didn't even do
Yeah,
anything,
it didn't even
so-
work because he was like, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like
so-
it just got rid of both of my stuff. But
We have not talked about your character's battle experience, Zane. We talked about everybody else's.
My battle experience, as in the whole thing, or
Yeah.
just the little top on
crazy
the
thing
wall?
that you did on
Yeah,
the top
sure.
of the wall.
That was
Top of the wall.
awesome. I
Yeah.
loved that. So,
Because at first you weren't hitting much. Because
Yeah.
and it's kind of funny.
that
I
cleric
like
was tearing me up.
I like the balance of the table in the sense that you've got your brutes over, between you guys, and it's kind of fitting that you both are from Akros.
Mhm.
You've got your thaumaturge, your mage, right, which is Tyson, and then you have your tritons, which are more maneuverable. I mean,
Speedy.
yeah. So it's just, anyway, it's fun to see kind of and how that played out in the battle, you know what I mean, and how characters rolled up and intended to be. So, anyway.
But yeah, no, I thought it was an awesome chance to display kind of how what his situation is and how his thought processes are, which was good to get out because like we were saying, new characters, we're still trying to figure them out and what their motivations are and how they would act in certain situations. So I'm glad that I was presented with a situation that I could actually, think about
Make a choice
and
in.
make a choice in. Yeah, do some cool stuff and yeah.
I'm glad you decided to smite when you did. I actually thought you were going to do a divine smite, not a thunderous smite, but the thunderous smite was awesome.
It
I
was
used-
perfect.
You surprised me with the thunder smite because paladins always do the divine smite, which is 2d8, and the thunder smite's 2d6, so it's less damage. But I realized after you read the spell, I was like, oh, because it's the pushing on them off 10 feet, which was so
was so
cool.
perfect.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
That was awesome.
I know.
That was so sweet.
And I'm thoroughly enjoying shoving people off of things and pushing them into other things with my shield.
Which is why we gave you that feat.
Yeah.
So very Achilles-like, which is what we were going for.
Were you variant human?
Yeah.
What was the other feat that you took?
Polearm Master, which I didn't get to use at all, and I kept trying to bait people into. I'd be like, and I stopped 10 feet from them, and then they would run away or something, which is okay. I don't have to use all. I had to take a step back. I don't have to use all my stuff in the first battle, so that's okay.
Yeah. That will definitely come into play later.
Yeah.
I think it's because there's so many people on the map. You know what I mean? And so much going on. But I liked,
Plus-
as a DM, I liked the way you guys handled it. And moving the characters and...
I liked how we both at the same time were like, we got to get to that freaking
Yeah, I was
door.
like, why did I not do that on that turn? Like,
Yeah.
See, I was up on the wall, and I know that I have one of the higher strengths, and I was like, what am I gonna do?
I
High
almost didn't
strength
think you
too,
guys were going to get it.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
going to have it.
Yeah.
I was going to have it at 25 no matter what, no matter who did it, But I'm glad you guys did it even without the bardic, which
Yeah.
is sweet.
Yeah.
So
I have a -1 to my strength.
I have a plus
So I was
2 to
like,
mine,
man,
so.
we're gonna need some
yeah,
help.
she's a little beefier because she's a paladin. So, but yeah, you were like,
Yeah.
"Oh."
Yeah, I'm just a skinny guy.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. We're gonna roll your heroic destinies right now.
It's
on mine.
1d6.
It's 1d6.
Oh.
So roll yours, Matheson. Adelphos.
6.
6.
Oh.
I am destined to uncover a secret of the god's power.
Cool.
What did you roll?
5.
5. I was born while a kraken ravaged Melitus, and I'm destined to destroy that kraken. Roll again.
Yeah, thank you. That has nothing to do with my backstory at all. Same thing. Also a 6. Can we have the same one?
If you want to.
Actually, I kind
That
of
would
like.
actually make sense because we have.
Actually,
It really
yep,
would.
yeah.
I actually like
Perfect.
that. I know. Yeah.
I love that that's the same one.
Say
You
it
are-
one more time.
You are destined to uncover the secret of the god's power. Which works for your backstory too.
Yeah, absolutely it does.
And we also have origin stories that you can listen to on Patreon. So go give that a check as well. Well, first session, is there anything else you guys want to talk about? Were you guys surprised at anything? Anything intrigue you?
What we're doing in the city.
Yeah, what
None of us asked any questions. We were just like, okay, let's go fight. Like, we have no idea what we're doing here. We have no idea if it's lawful, if it's actually going to
Yeah,
be
I
good.
realized that when that lady started talking to you.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I was thinking too.
It's like, we don't even know.
I was like, shut up and let me kill you, lady.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're all eager to get into it, which is why I think you guys didn't ask questions of the guy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is fine, but next session I know will be more role play heavy than combat heavy. So
It was good to get that out of the way though, for me at least, because I
Yeah.
was like, oh, what am I gonna do in my first combat?
and that's the hardest part, just mechanically for combats for the first time. But it's also sometimes hard to get into the groove of role playing as well. So,
Combats are good to get to know a character, though.
yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's true. Did learn a lot with that.
Poor Connor.
Sorry, Connor.
Connor did a lot of growing this session.
I always say I like rolling low.
You gonna keep saying that?
Not that much.
Maybe
I
you
don't
should-
like it in combat. I love rolling low in role-playing situations.
It brings out some interesting
because
situations.
it brings out interesting situations. In combat, it's literally just like,
It brings more
oh, you
foes.
suck.
It's
You
like,
can't
yeah,
do anything.
you
And it's
Well,
like,
especially with like a character that could only attack
Yeah, like,
once.
all
You can
I
only
do
do one
is
thing.
attack.
Yeah.
That's all I do. I don't
Yeah.
like. What am I
Like,
gonna
you don't
cast?
have an extra
Gust of
attack.
wind?
You don't have.
Hey, that can push people.
I know.
could have
I
done.
mean, I could have. Probably would have freaking rolled a -1.
It gusts you back.
Yeah, exactly.
You hit the bell with your body. So, well, it all worked
It's all
out. I didn't get to use
It's
my
all
cool captain. And look at the figurine, too. Like,
He
he
looks
was
cool.
Yeah, he's
different than
pretty
all the
cool.
other
Yes,
guys.
I did like it.
Ugh.
Saw his shield and I was like, oh, you're mine.
Yeah,
And mine.
I know. Well, thanks for joining us on our after show. Please listen to us speak anywhere you can find podcasts. And we'll see you next time.